please download the Writer's Block app right now. Challenge my beat on I Got 20 on my beat, the hardest song with the most votes. You already know we're gonna get your free feature from Busta. You already know you're gonna get the free feature from me. Whoever get the most votes, you gonna win. So you gotta go in, you know.
Eminem and things like that. For you back then, back then in the days, whether it was the 80s and things like that, battling was almost mandatory.
So for me, with Eminem and them was a crew called he was part of the Outsiders at one time.
Okay.
With Young Z and Pace in them. You know what I mean? So I never crossed. I would say my Eminem experience was Eminem introducing. So it was Eminem and cannabis. That was my experience. You know. So here's my Eminem experience. Busta Rhymes will tell you, when he came on my tour bus, he literally broke my tour bus because I had Jimmy Iovine had sent me the little cassette tape. It was white. Okay. And I was like, yo, listen to this. And Busta heard Hi, My Name Is, and he trashed my tour bus. He still ain't, Bus, you still owe me for my tour bus, man. But Busta's a giant. Like, what are you gonna tell him? He literally can take you apart with one hand.
So he liked the song that much, or like,
yeah, he went crazy. Yeah, like Busta.
That just sounds funny. Like, if Busta, this is crazy, Clef. Like, yo, my man.
Now, if Busta tells you the story, till today, I have nightmares of this thing. Busta trashed my beautiful tour bus after listening to this Eminem song. I felt so that was so with Eminem, it was Eminem. His battle was more when him and Cannabis got to whatever, But I would say my whole dream was to get Cannabis with Eminem. Like, that was my dream. Like, I so wanted that to happen. You know what I'm saying to you? And I know that Eminem had so much love for Cannabis. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, still till today, man, I just felt like that was one of the things, even though I wasn't the one in the Cannabis seat like that to say can, you know what I mean? Like, we all much older now. So in my heart of souls, man, that was the whole thing. I felt like if Cannabis had embraced Eminem at the time, you see where y'all at right now. Who knows, like, in a couple of years?
Yeah, you never know
who these guys is gonna be, right? But then they always gonna be like, yo, Uncle Clef is cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You never know. Like,
remember that time?
Remember the movie by Benny Blanco? You know what I'm saying to you? These little niggas could have been like, yeah, man, we looked up to that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga, man. He just shouted us on the gram, talk about, he gonna come see us, won't see, Like, you gotta be real careful with people that are fans of yours, right? And that really look up to you. You gotta give them that time. So I would say, like, in that sense, I would say, man, what's deep about this? Cannabis and Eminem are two of my, like, favorite rappers, man.
That's right.
Of all time. MCs, I wouldn't even say that. So in my mind, I was always like, if that connectivity ever happened, that's one of those things, like, you look back at it and I say, man, I wish that had happened. You know what I'm saying to you? Because, like, I'm a huge fan. Eminem's a complete genius. And so is Cannabis, like, in his space. You know what I mean?
Poet laureate.
Yeah, big time.